Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel Ross, and today we are going to be looking at the process video for my latest piece, Persephone's Box. So first of all, I just want to say I'm really sorry about all of the zooming and the rotating at the beginning of the video. I recognize that's obnoxious. It's not even something I was thinking about, but I am going to take steps to just try and make this whole process a lot more attractive to watch. So hopefully my next few videos will start looking better. Anyway, down to the exciting bit. I decided that I wanted to design some stickers. And so, one day when I was leaving work and walking out to my car, I kind of started thinking, what sort of themes could I use to sort of create a collection of just little pieces of work. What would be a good unifying theme? And so I started thinking about kind of elemental forces, and I think my first thought was like the sun. And then I thought, well, why don't we do something that is kind of relevant and do something like spring? And Persephone was sort of a natural step from that point. I mean, Persephone kind of tends to be an easy fallback for me. I draw her a lot, but I kind of just really wanted to come up with an interesting narrative and concept for this piece. So I thought, well, what if Persephone kept spring in like a jewelry box, and each year as the sun starts coming out more and more and you have longer days and it gets warmer, she's setting free spring from its box. And later on I realized that's basically Pandora's box, but with a lot less awful. But it's still, I think, a really fun concept that got me really excited to start working on this piece. So I also I was thinking, it might be fun to just kind of pick a general theme to work toward each season. If I don't know what I want to draw, what I want to work on, like in my sketchbook, or if I just want to sit down and draw something. And so I thought it might be a lot of fun to just say the general theme for the next few months is like spring and Persephone and nymphs and dryads and fairies and just kind of, very spring associated things. So we'll see if that sticks. I'm excited about it. I don't know if I'll stick to it, but I don't want to hold myself to it like the 30-day challenges, because I tend to get very burned out when I try doing that. I can't do a single theme, one drawing every day. That's just not the way that my art works. And I certainly don't have time to do that with a full-time job. But, just something to draw. So when I was working on this piece, I have to say I didn't like the initial drawing very much. I don't think that I put enough foundation work into really figuring out the anatomy. I just really wanted to jump in and get to that like real juicy line work that I wanted to do, and I think that it kind of caused me some headaches along the way. Like I was constantly just pushing and pulling at the face and trying to figure out what was wrong with it. But I think adding the color, like once I added the flat color, I was like, oh, I'm actually okay with this. I had a lot of fun with kind of that analogous color palette, all warm colors, and pink is my favorite color right now. So I, was immediately attracted to the piece once it was colored in. And then I got to rendering the skin, and you know, rendering the skin was actually really a struggle. I think a lot of my struggles with this piece branch from the fact that it is from a profile view, not even like a true profile, but like a slightly turned toward the camera profile. And I need to practice my profile views because I struggle with them a lot. But I think in the end, even though like a lot of the drawing was kind of a struggle and like rendering the skin was such a slog, I think it really turned out gorgeous and I'm super happy with it. And honestly, after I finished the skin, I'm kind of getting ahead of the video now, but everything else went a lot easier. I just remembered, I accidentally did not record the hair. I'm really sorry about that. I know that's like one of the most satisfying parts to watch, but I think that I had gotten up to swap some laundry, and so I stopped recording, and then I forgot that it wasn't recording anymore when I sat back down, and I only missed like a 15-minute chunk of the process, but it was like the entirety of the hair. So I'm really sorry. I'm trying not to do that, guys, but I kind of stopped recording a lot of my work for a while, so I'm still getting back into the habit of like hitting that record button again when I sit down. So I'm really happy with the way that this piece turned out. I'm so glad that I didn't give up on it and I just pushed through and finished it. Eventually, when I open a shop on my website for prints and stickers, this will be made into prints and stickers, and I'm so excited about it. But in the meantime, oh hey, you can see one of my other pieces that I was like, now how did I do that line art again? If you want this piece before my print shop goes up, it will be available in flat color on a t-shirt in my Etsy shop, Forlorn Fables. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for joining me. If you're interested in seeing more of my work, you can follow me on Instagram at Ray Strikes Back, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!